I'm 65 years old and I quit working full-time at 44. In this video I'll share the brutal truth of what I've learned in the 21 years since. What I've come to realise over the last 21 years is how quickly you are forgotten after you leave your job. I'm 65 years old and for 21 years I worked in the recruitment industry, and for 13 of those years I had my own small employment agency business until I quit at 44 for a life of semi-retirement. Up until that point my identity was inexplicably linked to my job. For many people I know it's the same. Who you are, your identity, it is your job and your career. What do you say when asked what do you do? I'm an accountant, I'm a lawyer, I'm a software developer, I'm a doctor, I'm a builder. Well, here's the brutal truth. Once you leave a role in a company, everybody still there just carries on, cogs in a wheel, and the wheel keeps turning, even though your cog has been removed. You are replaced, or what you did is simply no longer required. That might be hard for you to take, but it is the very reason why you must never put work before your family and enjoying life's experiences, especially after 60. You'll need a very good reason to work after 60. If you need the money, I get it. If you don't, you should reduce your working hours right now. Life is a journey with only one destination, the graveyard or the crematorium. The whole point of the journey is the experiences and memories you have along the way, and work is just a means to pay for it, isn't it? Well, it should be. The work gongs, the awards, the recognition, they're all pointless, because after you've left your job, you'll be forgotten, and nobody will give a shit that you were Employee of the Year in 2016. I see so many people in their 50s and 60s still wrapped up in their jobs, still seeking more responsibility and recognition, defined by their job title, wearing it as a badge of honour. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't immune to that. I was one of the worst culprits, especially in my 20s, 30s and early 40s. I had the good sense to get out at 44. A life-changing event, the death of my father, was the kick up the arse I needed. Otherwise, I would probably have been a sad 60-odd-year-old, still motivated by the same things that I was earlier in my life. Someone who missed my child growing up and having only a superficial relationship with him. It was 22 years last week that my dad died, and the last words he spoke to me saved me. I made a video about that, which I'll link to at the end of this video. I learned from that point on that all that matters is what you do now, in this moment, and to be present for your loved ones before anything else. Those moments with the people you love compound over time. The shared experience, the memories, the laughter together, the depth of relationship on a whole is on a different level to anything that work can give you. Your work achievements, the role you played, the colleagues you spent hours every day with will all be forgotten one day, and very quickly. I'm not saying don't work after 60. It can play a positive part in your life and it can give you purpose. I still work. It's the reason I've got this YouTube channel. It's the reason I mentor a small group of people. But never at the expense of time with my family and experiencing life's awe moments. Life isn't perfect. We all make mistakes. God knows I've made many, some of them huge. We miss opportunities. We fail over and over again. Don't think of them as failures though. Think of them as experiments. If you're fortunate enough to wake up in the morning fit and healthy, it's a fresh start, a chance to experiment again and do something to move the needle forward just a little bit and improve your life. That something doesn't have to be big. Huge change comes from small increments. 1% every day soon compounds and it adds up. Just start. Do it. Don't look back. You can't change what's happened. Focus on what is in front of you. Today I'm going to go and lift some weights. I'll probably walk 3 miles as well if the rain clears, and I'll enjoy some time with my wife this evening, even perhaps bake a sourdough loaf. What about you? What are you going to do? Share it in the comments. Share your story. I'd love to know. Before I sign off, I'll leave you with an extract from Bronnie Ware's excellent book, The Top 5 Regrets of the Dying. For many years, Bronnie worked as a palliative care nurse. She was with people for the last weeks of their lives. When she questioned them about any regrets they had of anything they would do differently, common themes surfaced again and again. One of them that hit home to me was this: I wish I hadn't worked so hard. Bronnie tells us this came from every male patient that she nursed. They missed their children growing up and time with their partners. they deeply regretted spending so much of their lives on the treadmill of a work existence. If you're interested in finding out more about the other regrets, I would recommend you read her book. It's a sobering read and a kick up the arse. I'll leave a link in the description below. I urge you to heed Bronnie's warning, break your attachment to work and open yourself up to life's endless possibilities. When you finally quit work, don't fixate on being forgotten. Who cares? It's in the past, but the journey continues. Fix your eyes on a new destination on your journey. Try something new. Your 50s and your 60s are a great time to pivot and change direction. I did it 6 times before finding something I love to do, making these videos. So don't give up. That next thing you try could be the thing that lights up your life. All that matters is you live your life intentionally on your terms. Make that the objective for your 60s and beyond. What I've come to realise after starting this YouTube channel is the true purpose comes from having an impact on people's lives, even in just a small way. If you've got knowledge, wisdom, experience, share it to help others. Even if it's just a comment on my videos, it could help someone. That's an invitation to comment in case you missed it. You might be forgotten when you leave your job. And yes, that career is probably over. But it's only a chapter in your book of life. You are still writing the book. And how many more chapters and what is written in them is up to you. Let today be the day you start writing your next exciting chapter. If you're feeling a bit stuck and can't figure out what you want to do, let me see if I can help unstick you. I mentioned earlier that I mentor a small group of people. A few spaces are opening up soon for one-to-one mentoring by me. Reach out to me using the link in the description and let's explore how I might help you continue your journey. I mentioned earlier a video about my dad's last words to me. A link to it is appearing on the screen shortly. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. And I just thought I'd mention before I go, if any of you picked up on the changing light in this building here in my office, it's because when I started recording this video, it was light out and now it's dark, so I've had to turn some lights on. So I know some of you are pretty vigilant and you've probably picked up on that. Well spotted. So yeah, thanks again for watching. See you next time. Today I'm going to go and lift some weights. And if the weather clears, it's pouring down, I'll go walk 3 miles and I'll spend some time with my wife. I mentioned earlier a video about my dad. I mentioned earlier